Sunday. This is Sunday, May 7th, 2023. My Lord, what a wonderful day to be alive. Again, this is Sunday, May 7th, 2023. Here is what God says. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor thou shalt not covet his, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. My Jesus. Let me read a little bit more. And all the people saw the thundering and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountains smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. Where are you today, my friend? Where do you stand? On this seventh day of our May 2023, I have given you God's 10 Commandments. Today, I'm going to issue, hopefully, the final installment for the message last week entitled, Thou Shalt Not Steal. And that is found in the 20th chapter of Exodus at verse number 15. There's a general axiom which says that human conduct, that people do what they do for one of two reasons. People do what they do to gain a benefit, or they do what they do to avoid a loss. In part one of the message last week, I promised you that I would report a little bit on human conduct. And this in regards to stealing. Thou shalt not steal. Question of the day is, why do people steal? Well, here's what I discovered. Number one, this is not my conclusion. This is what I discovered in my research. Why do people steal? Number one, when a person's brain opioid system is unbalanced, that imbalance leads a person to develop strong urges to steal. That's number one. Also, two, stealing has been called an obsession, an obsessive compulsion disorder. I want you to know that it's sin. And I'm going to tell you that sin is a violation of the laws of God. That's what sin is. Now, the behavioral scientists can call it what they want to call it, but it's disobedience. But they've called it an obsessive compulsive disorder. And number three, they say that low serotonin may produce an uncontrollable urge, an uncontrollable impulse to steal. That low serotonin, that is a chemical that's produced in the biological system. 80%, 90% of serotonin is produced in your biological system. And when your body's not working right, your serotonin level gets low. Experts say that you are likely to develop an uncontrollable urge to steal. Last week I talked about wage theft. And I want to make this report in part two. Hurry up and get out of here. Wage theft, we discovered last week, was a number one stealing crime, number one stealing incident. Technically speaking, it's not a crime. It's an issue of equity. There are no criminal laws that you can use to enforce or protect from wage theft. That falls in the civil division of the law. But be that as it may, my research tells me that that number one stealing offense in the United States of America is roughly 3 times as much economic loss to our system as all other types of theft combined. Wage theft. That was a report made in October of 2022. A chilling, sobering fact. Corporate America, thou shalt not steal. Yet the United States government, the lawmakers there, condemn societies that cut off the hands of thieves. Lord, today. But let me remind you, and I'm going to hurry up and get out of here. When Jesus hung on the cross, when Jesus hung out there on that cross, death, the death sentence was prescribed for thieves. How do you know that? I know that because he died between 2 thieves. My Jesus died huh, between two thieves. He hung with them, and he did something for one of them. Huh, what did he do? He saved him from a burning hell and gave him immediate citizenship in the kingdom of heaven. What a God we serve. Gave him immediate citizenship in God's government. I'm going to shift gears and get on out of here. The words, the command in our text, thou shalt not steal, is not directed to people that engage in stealing because they are on a mission. They're on a mission that is contrary to the laws of God. Lying, stealing, killing is their modus operandi on the authority of John 10 and 10. John chapter 10 and verse 10 says, the thief cometh not but for to steal, to kill, and to destroy. But God, through Christ, commands us, thou shalt not steal. So these thieves are by nature outside of this command that God gives. They serve another God. They serve a false God. They are children of the devil. If and when they get saved, and born again, then they will become this THOU in our text. Thou shalt not steal. There's a story in the black preaching tradition that I'm going to close with today. Wrap up part 2 of Thou Shalt Not Steal. There's a story in our tradition that I'm going to use to end this message. It's not a Bible fact, but it's a story that thrills my soul. The story is that when Jesus ascended into the heavens, when Jesus went back to heaven, they said, Jesus, what is that you bringing up in here with you? Some of the old preachers said that he went back into heaven with something on his shoulder. Some of them said he had something under his arm. But the heavenly host said, what is this you bringing in here? Jesus said, this is that thief. I promised him that I'd bring him in here today. He was hung between two thieves. He stopped dying to save one. He said, this day thou shalt be with me in paradise. Don't fear. Jesus loved thieves, and he's still in the business of saving thieves. If you come to him right. Tell him, dear God, I know that I'm a sinner. And I believe that Jesus died on the cross to forgive me of my sins. Tell him I'm sorry for all the wrongs that I have done. And ask you to forgive me. And I now accept your gift of eternal life. Tell him thank you for your love and for your forgiveness. And thank you for the new life that I'm going to have in Jesus Christ. From this day forward, I choose to follow you. My friend, now unto him that is able to keep us from falling, now unto him that is able to keep us from falling, he's able to present us faultless before the presence of his glory. He's able to do it with exceeding great joy. The only wise God, to whom be glory, majesty, dominion, and power, both now, henceforth, and forevermore. Whew. On this 7th day of May, 2023, make up your mind. Give it all to the Lord in the sinner's prayer and turn over a new leaf in life. He will hear and he will answer your prayer. He has given the law, thou shalt not steal. Keep the law, my friend. Goodbye.